Smelling salts in the NFL? Banned. People that throw dildos at WNBA games? Banned. Ian on Twitter? Banned. We'll find out why the NFL banned poppers, what the WNBA can do to stop the penile projectiles, and find out what gets you locked on Twitter for 7 full days. This is number 165 of HN'P. Let's make this one short and sweet. Recorded in central Pennsylvania in front of a live studio audience with your host Ian DiCarlo, this is Hoagies and Pierogis. This week is the Bethlehem Music Fest, which is a huge week-long music event that they have in downtown Bethlehem every year. I thought about going, but the first thought that I had that popped into my head was a guy singing, but he can only count sequentially forward or backwards without repeating numbers. Like, for example, that Offspring song would be Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete. Or for Get Low, like by Little John, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Damn, she fine. But what initially made me think of this is Chicago is actually going to be there performing. So the guy would have to sing 25 or 24 or 23 or 22 or 21 or 20 or 19 or 18 or 17 or 16 or 15 or 14 or 13 or 12 or 11 or 10 or 9 or 8 or 7 or 6 or 5, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, 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 boom. I can't believe I just did that. I just watched the new Naked Gun on Monday, so I'm in a very silly mood. I've also been listening through the archives of Comedy Bang Bang, and there is no way Scott Aukerman wasn't a writer or involved in the movie in some way. I mean, who else makes Black Eyed Peas references? Seriously, it had to be him. Go watch the movie. It is hilarious, a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And I know I've said it before, but just in case I don't know that I haven't, go check out Comedy Bang Bang. There are nearly 1,000 episodes that are available in the archive. And apparently, you can actually pay for the 1 month, save all of the episodes, and then cancel your subscription so you can get all the episodes for $5. Okay, let's get into some actual sports here. Skinny Luka signed his Skinny Max extension with the Lakers for 3 years, $165 million. With guys getting $70 million a year now, getting Luka for $40 million a year is an insane steal. I mean, it sucks for him because he lost out on all that money from the Mavs. He would have signed basically the same extension that SGA signed with the Thunder. So, yeah, he kind of got screwed out of, I think it was over $100 million. So it kind of sucks for him, but $165 million, I think he can live with it. He's definitely spending less money on beer and food that makes him fat, that's for sure. Okay, the dildo throwing epidemic in the WNBA is hilarious, first off. Like, what if people started throwing pocket pussies on the court at NBA games? Like, notice how in the NFL, they didn't give a shit when dildos were thrown on the field in a Bills-Patriots game years ago, and even Julian Edelman laughs about it on his podcast to this day. If they keep getting so mad about it, it's gonna keep happening. But Kelsey Plum punted that plastic penis passive-aggressively.
Here before halftime. Oh, look out. Something just came onto the floor. Got an object that just flew in as the free throw was being made. It looked like that hit a player, too.
Now, what they should probably do to end it for good, and this would probably end it for good, would be to insert it right there on the court. Or maybe that might actually backfire on them and get some real ratings, and people would be chanting at them to do it every single game. And Cameron Brink is back, so please. But yeah, seriously, the more attention that it gets, the more it's going to keep happening. So even if the people are kicked out of the games, it's so funny. This is actually from 3 hours ago. The WNBA has implemented a no bag policy for tonight's game in an effort to crack down on fans throwing dildos onto the court. And then AB tweeted, "Dildogate is one of the greatest mysteries known to man." Okay, let's move on to baseball. And then let's move on to the trade deadline since I did it right after. I recorded it right after the trade deadline was done. So some thoughts afterwards. I've had a week to sit on it and think about what happened. I didn't realize that the Red Sox traded James Tibbs III for Dustin May straight up. So they essentially got Kyle Harrison, Jordan Hicks, and Dustin May for Rafael Devers. That is a very good flip. And then also today they just paid Roman Anthe, signed him to an 8-year, $130 million extension. Oh, it is always good to get your young stars paid early. And the Pirates should have done the same with Skeens before he even sniffed the major leagues. So yeah, the Red Sox are like 22-4 at home since June 4th or something crazy like that. They have the best home record since then. So hell, even though they did basically nothing besides that Dustin May trade at the trade deadline, I think they still won in the early returns. If you say you throw Devers in there at the trade deadline instead, do you think they'd be doing as well now as they are? Like, I don't know. That's questionable. Great on Craig Breslow to get all this done in a timely manner, right on time. It's kind of like a Belichick move. He's taking a page out of Bill Belichick's book. So the A's, let's move on to the A's because I basically forgot to talk about it and I had to add it on at the end. The A's got the Padres' number 1 prospect, who is number 3 overall in baseball. The Padres' number 3 prospect, number 13 prospect, and number 17 prospect for Mason Miller. The Padres depleted their farm system this trade deadline. They're usually pretty good at keeping their top 10 prospects and still getting a decent return for them. So they're really going for it this year. In total, they gave up numbers 1, 3, 6, 8, 9, 13, 16, and 17 from the top 30 and 4 other prospects. But the Mason Miller trade is already working out for them. Another trade that seemed to be immediately worth it is Johan Duran to the Phillies. It took Duran 90 seconds and 4 pitches to finish his first save for him. The Durantula is a great nickname, and the intro he has is so cool. He already has 2 saves for the Phillies. So, I guess the only thoughts I have here pertain to the Pirates so far. I didn't really have anything else to touch on besides this. So, if Ben Cherington were to trade Paul Skeens, I don't even trust him to get as much for him as the A's got back for Mason Miller, who has less years of control and is a closer. He is in there for 1 inning, maybe 2 at max. Fangraphs ranked all of the prospects that were traded at the deadline, and the first Pirates prospect that they traded for isn't until number 22, and it was the 19-year-old Jeter Martinez that is allergic to throwing strikes. And that's who they got for Ferguson. What? I could not believe it. Just going through the list here. In number 22, Ferguson. Like what? Or number 22, Jeter Martinez. And then the next Pirates player, you go down here, is Cam Devaney at 28. The player they traded for Adam Frazier from the Royals. What? He's a 28-year-old prospect. Come on. Next up, after 28, was number 33 here, Edglin Perez. The centerpiece in the Bednar trade is ranked lower than one of the other prospects in the Bednar trade. Ben Cherington needs to be fired. What? Yeah, Edglin Perez is 33. Rafael Flores, the centerpiece of the Bednar trade, is number 36 here. They have him ranked. Just a horrible return for Bednar. And here, the last piece in the Bednar trade was Brian Sanchez, and he's ranked 90th. And it says he's a toolsy left-hitting outfielder behind the developmental curve as a 21-year-old still in low A. He was 90th out of the 97 prospects that were traded. But that's not even the worst of it, because right here at number 96, Ivan Breathauer, who they flipped Taylor Rogers for in the Cabrian Hayes trade. Physical guy with freaky size at 6'6". Contact rate is 66%. Power data is a little shy of average. They don't even have much to say about him. but a contact rate of 66% is well below average, and he's 22 in low A. So just no hope. Absolutely no hope for what the Pirates got at the trade deadline. I mean, if you like Flores enough, I guess he's been doing okay at AAA so far for Indianapolis. But he might be stuck there. He might be stuck there for a long time. And the Pirates keep getting guys that are starting out in AAA or lower. And I can't stand it. Get some goddamn major league talent. But Bednar actually shit the bed for the Yankees against the Marlins in his first appearance, and he essentially lost them the game. And then Bailey Falter also only went 4 innings and allowed 7 runs on 8 hits, albeit against the hottest team in baseball, the Red Sox. So maybe Ben Cherington cooked? But first game after the trade deadline against the Rockies, the Pirates scored 9 runs in the first inning. So they won, right? Right? Nope. They got walked off 17-16. Thomas Harrison was the first one to really blow it, allowing 6 runs across the 4th and 5th inning after relieving Andrew Heaney, who only went 3.1 innings himself and gave up 4 runs, 3 of them earned. The funniest part about that was that they were still up 15-10 at that point. The Pirates made it to the bottom of the 9th inning with the score at 16-12. Dennis Santana then came into the game, proceeded to get 1 out, and allowed 2 home runs, the second being the walk-off comeback dagger. I could not believe what I was seeing after that horrifying trade deadline. So I kind of wished harm upon Ben Cherington on Twitter, which got me banned for a week. You can't tell someone to unalive themselves, but whoever reported that is a giant pussy because you can to Ben Cherington if you're a Pirates fan. They lost Game 2 to the Rockies 8-5, and Paul Skeens let up 4 runs in 5 innings of work. Liover Peguero hit 3 home runs, and that was the only bright side of that game. But at least they salvaged the series with a 9-5 win on Sunday. And Nick Gonzalez has been doing pretty damn well. He's hitting almost 280, and I think he's hitting like close to 300 since he's come back off the IL. Next up was the Giants series, and in Game 1, man, the Pirates just love beating the Giants. You love to see it. They got these 5-4 walk-off in Game 1 of the series. IKF with the walk-off game winner, driving in Jack Sawinski. It was kind of nice to see, but is that really why we're keeping the Reynolds? Is to win these meaningless games after the season is already completely lost and you're losing some way in the MLB draft lottery odds. So winning like this isn't going to do you any favors. But then this helps a little bit. Sometimes they just love getting beat by the Giants. They lost Game 2 8-1 because Mike Burrows is insanely inconsistent. 2 great starts, 1 bad start, 1 good start, 3 very bad starts. It has to be frustrating for him. And then they lost Game 3 on Wednesday to the Giants 4-2. And Dennis Santana is broken, man. He can't handle the pressure of being the sole closer. He let up 2 runs in the top of the 9th in a tied game. Oh, and I actually just saw that he came in for Matson in the 8th inning and allowed that inherited runner to score. So Dennis Santana was basically on the hook for 3 runs today. What is he doing? All right, but yeah, that's it for the Pirates this week. From around the league, Big Dumper now holds the record for most home runs by a switch hitting catcher, with his 42nd home run, with about 55 games left to go at that point. Emmanuel Class and Luis Ortiz's lockers have been cleared out. I know we were talking about this last week. And per Hector Gomez, the evidence against them is irrefutable. The investigation has been ongoing since last season. They are absolutely fucked. Luis Ortiz, maybe, but Emmanuel Class, one of the best relievers in baseball, has no reason to make these tiny little bets. He's probably only won, thousands of dollars, and he just gave up millions of dollars for that. What an idiot. I mean, these guys need to get their betting underhand, and something needs to happen. They're probably going to run a little bit less betting ads I would imagine next season. All right, let's go to the Dodgers. The Dodgers home crowd gave Mookie Betts a standing ovation in his first at-bat against the Cardinals because he's been in a season-long slump. I looked up his stats after seeing that tweet, and I was shocked. I was like just floored. Not because his stats were so bad, but because his current stats would make him the 5th best hitter on the Pirates. A Dodgers fan wouldn't be able to last one day in a Pirates fan's shoes at any point in the past 30 years. I really don't want to hear it. Batting .233 and he has 11 home runs. The way MLB Twitter was talking about it made it seem like he was hitting under 200 with less than 2 home runs. And speaking of the Dodgers, Ohtani just got his 1,000th MLB hit. That is awesome. Congrats to Ohtani. Definitely going to end up in the Hall of Fame. Okay, something that's probably not going to go down in MLB history is the Speedway Classic. It didn't go so well. The game lasted 1 inning on Saturday night before it was suspended until the next day due to very heavy rain. I guess they had like no contingency plans. I thought this was going to be a full series, but I guess not. It was just the one game. I don't really know what this was supposed to be. I mean, the fanfare behind it was kind of cool. Like I said, the uniforms were kind of neat. Tyler Stevenson had Talladega Nights catching gear. That was awesome. And there's a home run car. I thought that was funny. But apparently there were nachos, but they didn't have any nacho cheese, so they were just tortilla chips. Like, fans were complaining that they couldn't see anything from their outfield seats, but no shit. That's kind of to be expected when you're this far away. So yeah, it was just kind of like it didn't seem like they had any plans for it. I guess a lot of the NASCAR fans were saying that they're allowed to bring in their own food and drink to the stadium, and I don't know if they were allowing people to do that for this. So the concession stands, I don't think, are the best. You might be able to get a hot dog and tortilla chips, but that might be about it. I'm sure they have beer there too. Speedway Classic? How about Speedway one time? Speedway one night stand. Last thing for baseball here. MLB is letting a woman umpire a game before a robot. What has this world come to? No, obviously, I'm just kidding. Jen Powell will be the first woman to umpire an MLB game during this weekend's Marlins-Braves series. All right, let's get into football. Let's go straight to the NFL. Okay, so last week, not only did Terry McLaurin request a trade, Micah Parsons requested one as well on Friday, but this one seems a little bit different for Micah. For Terry McLaurin, it just seems like he's trying to get an upper hand on his contract negotiations. For Micah Parsons, I think he's serious, and he wants absolutely nothing to do with the Cowboys franchise after his contract is up. I really do not think that he's going to re-sign there. In that case, they're going to have to trade him, or else you get nothing for him. So, what are the Cowboys going to do? The Cowboys are a terrible, terribly run organization. Probably up there with the Bengals in fumbling all these guys' pay. All right, the surprise news here for the NFL this week. The NFL banned ammonia and any form of smelling salts for the 2025 season, and George Kittle was jokingly saying that he was going to retire because of it. This one came out of nowhere. I mean, people were doing this on the sidelines left and right. There's that famous video of what's her name? Pam getting smelling salted by Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, it's been going on for a long time, and this just came out of nowhere, it seemed like. What also came out of nowhere is that ESPN bought the equity stake in NFL Network, so programming will now be controlled by ESPN Networks. I wonder how long it'll take for them to fire Scott Hansen and replace him with that bald girl on SportsCenter. I wasn't too enthused about this, I guess. I mean, there was nothing really to get excited about here until Roger Goodell announced that he wants college football to have a red zone style deal now that the format isn't exclusive to the NFL Network. That is a great idea, and they might actually put the bald girl on that. Joy Taylor, you got a new job. I would absolutely watch a college red zone hosted by Joy Taylor, just as long as one of the octo boxes is just a close-up of her tits. Alrighty, we got the big one, literally the big one. Brady's 12-foot statue unveiling will be streamed before the first preseason game at 6 p.m. on Friday against the Commanders. Oh my God, I am going to absolutely watch that. And this marks the start of the real week one of the preseason. We got games on Thursday here. What do we got? We got the Colts and Ravens, the Bengals and Eagles, and the Raiders and Seahawks to start things out before we got the Commanders and Patriots, Lions, Falcons, and then Browns and Panthers on Friday. And we got a bunch of Saturday games, a few Sunday games. I cannot wait. I need it in my veins. Travian Henderson blocked Von Miller into the ground today in 11-on-11s. A dog pile ensued. Mike Vrabel jumped in to stop it, and then he came out with a bloody cheek. I need football. I really need to start studying for fantasy this year. The group chat has been going. I already have my fantasy name for football, so I don't know if I want to reveal it now or not. You know what? Fuck it. Let's reveal it now. Sniffing Cardi B's BBL in the profile picture is Stephon Diggs as Scarface in front of a table of pink Coke with Cardi B's butt right next to his face. And he has that look like he just took a big sniff. I can't believe Stephon Diggs commented that on Cardi B's Instagram. He is wild. Okay, everybody, I think that is it. Make sure to leave a like and comment on each video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hoagies and Pierogis is available on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram for clips throughout the week. Thank you very much, and we'll leave you with this. Munch. Recorded in central Pennsylvania in front of a live studio audience with your host, Ian DiCarlo. This is Hoagies and Pierogis.